I just got done reading Louisa Thomas's most recent article at The New Yorker, Why Can't the NBA Move On from Its Old Stars, that talks about the prevalence of a certain generation of NBA superstar, Kevin Durant, Steph, LeBron, and how they are still at the center of NBA conversations now, to be fair. And as this article mentions, part of that is that they're still really good. You know, Steph and KD and LeBron were both NBA all-second team last year. Steph, I think you could credibly argue that Steph is still a top 5 guy in the NBA. But I found this article interesting for a couple reasons. One, with the rise of Victor Wembanyama is currently doing things the likes of which we've kind of never seen in the NBA, certainly at 7'5". The rise of Wemby means that we've got a top 4 of all international guys in some order. It's something like Jokic, SGA, Wemby, Giannis. You could add Luka in there, so depending on whether you believe Steph is a top 5 guy or not, potentially you could have a top 5 of all international players. And the other part of why this is interesting is that while they are great, part of the reason why I think both brands and broadcast partners of the NBA and maybe American fans aren't totally gravitating to them yet is that they're not legible. This is a term that Louisa uses that I think is really interesting in her piece, basically saying that, listen, the main reason I think that the old players continue to loom so large is that their personalities came to have clear contours. Their choices felt consequential. Their feelings were legible. Those narratives helped give their main characters mythic dimensions. And I think that's true. We can mock LeBron for the decision and for his recent ad campaign that remixed the decision. And we can kind of mock KD for his team switching, for the way he carries himself on social media. But the other part of it is we know who those guys are. We know what they want to do. We know what their dreams and ambitions are, or we have a perception of that, right? Whereas Jokic, to a lesser extent SGA, Luka, it's kind of unclear what those guys are about. They're less discernible, I think, to the American fan. Jokic, it's become kind of a joke that he cares more about horse racing than he does about basketball. I don't believe that that's true, but I could also see how one could come to believe that. I think this is going to become a really interesting period for the NBA as more international players kind of crowd the top of the top players list. And the league, its partners, and the people who watch the league are going to have to find new ways to craft narratives around these players that help them resonate with the fan. And I think part of that responsibility is going to be on the player, too. Face of the league isn't necessarily a job that people want.
I need to go home.
But if you do want it, it comes with responsibilities. And part of those responsibilities are just putting yourself out there more. Check out this piece by Louisa Thomas. Why can't the NBA move on from its old stars?